I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is August 1st, Friday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So, like I was saying, this is going to be a fire video. I'm going to make it real quick, and I don't really do Friday videos. The only reason why I'm going to do it is because a lot's happened and it's just fire. But we talked about opening up in the new, this was yesterday, opening in the new month and then coming back down. You can see over here, we're talking about this breakout area from that all-time high, literally over here in this area. And sure enough, that's exactly what we did, buddy. So I'm going to go straight to it. And you can see that we had, so obviously big expansion in the day, right? Taking out all that liquidity is the goal, even down here. Talked about coming to this weekly imbalance possibly, but this was X marks the spot. So I got it projected from here to here on the 4 hour, on 1 hour. And you could see here we get to a -1 right here. See that? So 1 to 1.5 is in here, but really the real goal is the breakout liquidity, man. And we were talking about that a while ago even, but and then also mentioning, you know, some shit like this as an option coming down, right? And sure enough, man, we did this. So how did it look like though? Slithering down. They did a lot in middle of the night here. So Asia daily gap right there. Also one of those highs, previous highs. They put it right there, sold from it. Opening range gap was going to be from this size at 9:30. 8:30 here was just on some bullshit. And then right here was a beautiful sell. But for me personally, to be ready at 10 o'clock was, or take the trade at 10 o'clock is going to be more helpful because of the 4 hour. But with all that uncertainty above, when they come hard, they come hard fast, right? So, and you do get this very, very tight structure, right? So we understand that that's going to be most likely in the case, but 9:30 just literally comes down, and then you have structure right there, right? And you have a breakout level here, little fake resistance until they come and get it, and then and I have a secret in this video that I'm not drawing the first imbalance for today, and another one that's extended in this. You're gonna see the fire when I draw it after. So I didn't do it on purpose, but you're gonna see. We'll do this first, but you'll understand what I'm saying. But negative, 3 to plus standard deviations, and then coming into this gap here. I've had this gap right here. This was what, the 13th right there? Yeah, 13th. See this gap? I've already got that there. And then I had the all-time high in the green. Obviously, you have that liquidity, obviously. And then take a look how we come into it. We come into it here, fanning out. This is structure down right here, and here's the 50 of that gap. There's the low of it, blow through it. That's 10 o'clock now. That literally the open of that candle, no wick, 10 o'clock. This is an AMD in itself, in general speaking. When you're going to take this buy, you're going to obviously look for liquidity to the left side that was coming down. Obviously, you do have also these levels here, the red and 20% to 40%. I have it in a thin line here. This is the goal. I'm going to show you where the goal was with the imbalance here. It's drawn right here, but I don't have it in this picture. But you'll see that we come right to it. This is specifically. Will we like it to come here and come here? Sure. Is this going to be a buy model? Probably not. Is it going to be just a lower high? Probably. And sell off again for what? For the next low. And am I going to be a part of that? No. So this is the second trade. Does the second trade come up and keep going? Or is this going to be a stop for the second trade area? And then is it going to roll over for a number 3 move? That's what they did. But the logic of this is very specific because I'm waiting for it to come above this 20%, period. That's, you can see on the side here, I'm measuring the entire weekly range, and we want to create the wick. It's Friday, so we're looking for a pullback, and using that 4 hour to get up there. Okay, so obviously very, very bearish. Mentioned this was a break of structure already from yesterday's video, and it was a long video. And guess what? I'm mentioning all this stuff here, and at the 35th minute mark. So we're not just making long videos for nothing. Obviously, if you take this serious, you don't have offense to it. But the point is that Like you're not here for a 5-minute situation. You can't. There's no way you're going to really talk about a market. And then also, I had mentioned already the fire of projecting this here. What is this? That level there. So we talked about that negative 25, that 0.25, I mean, and beautiful. So beautiful, beautiful. Then sells off aggressively. You can see the structure here. Imbalances on the 1 hour holding, and then getting back to the trade. You can see it once we get down here, and I did this on purpose. I wanted you to see where the stop loss placement was. So look at the 15-minute here. This is very key. You can see the bodies are sitting on the top 25%, but that 10 o'clock first 15-minute candle that opens, that dips down and it crosses over. It's a bullish candle and the open is on there. Also sitting right above that all-time high, obviously. But you can see once we get this imbalance, this is where you want to be involved. You get this little strong candle, right? And then it creates an imbalance here, and then pops up, retraces back in, dips once and twice, and even the third time. And my sell, I was really pissed today because I didn't get filled, and I was just like really, really, really pissed off, and had some troubles. But either way, that's okay. This is a 10 o'clock move, and then you can see us dipping in. You can see where the stop loss is. It's literally below the 50% of the actual imbalance. Yes, you have this as an inversion. I didn't draw, I don't need it, but this was really what the premise was. We're outside of that gap. Also, what's in this picture, you can't really see. I didn't move it up higher. I should have, but in between this gap that we're in right there and this weekly imbalance, in between that level is 50%. And that's exactly where the logic of it coming to as an event horizon, where 50% is very influential in between spots. That's a side note. But what's really the move here? By the way, before I continue, you can see us popping right there on the 50, coming right here, and just rolling right to the target. Beautiful trade. And it's Friday. So, but watch this. You're going to say, ooh, what's that? Ooh, little tidbit right there. So I mentioned also we have the July's first imbalance on the 1st. Okay. That same one is dragged out. That's what that level was right there. See this level right there? That's the same level right there. Do you think that's by accident? That is perfect, my friend. That's in the, I don't have it highlighted on purpose. And the first imbalance, I don't have it highlighted on purpose. Oh, where is that 20% of the weekly range? When we're trying to buy a retrace back up for a wick, at the least, as an idea, where's 50%? Right there. Oh, it's 50% of the actual first imbalance. So from this first imbalance, making it, selling off, they create that, went down here to the first imbalance of the 1st of July. Okay, then came right back to today's first. See that? Beautiful. And they're matching 50%. So that's what that goal was. And as you can see, what did we do after that? You can see here, we come to the 50% of that gap. Notice that 50% of the gap. Okay. Coming right to 20%. Look how it's dancing around the 20% too. But it's okay. You got that right there as well. And boom, sells off again right here, right from it. Now, when they do this, it's, you're looking for a sell by sell day in general, but it is very deep. So you have to be kind of weary that it could have came back up. But if it's a dump and pump, it'll keep going. If it's a sell by sell, it's a lower low, it's a lower high, which both of these are the same price action. Little auction area, they call it, when you see this kind of break here. This little break, they come right back and they leave this pocket and they come right back into it. Some people say it's an excuse to fill more of their order. Bullshit. When they come up here, this is to squeeze everybody out from fucking selling. Create liquidity here, thinking that you got that sell, come back and then grab them. Because why? The whole goal of them coming up from down here was to really get up here. You see this little low right there? This is too perfect. See how it breaks right there? See how it breaks right there? Watch this. Boom. Oh, how do I even know that? See that little break? Because this is an easy decision. You have structure right there. Look at the structure coming down. You already have it right there. So instead of reaching right to it, they pull off, right? And really, this is just a couple drives up in general speaking, okay? Even it's 3, that's 1. You don't count that one. That's 2. You pull back 3, right? I ain't gonna get into that. The point is that that's really what their goal is, and then from here is to make another low, right? And avoiding this, even if they hit it or not, doesn't matter. They might not. It doesn't matter if they do. But that the goal was also coming down here to sweep this. So we know they're greedy. They want to definitely come back up for easy sellers here. But that's another conversation. But just showing you the understanding, and you look how we take off from that all-time high again from there, bouncing around. Here's the first imbalance of the PM session. Go around, sells it from there, comes back, fucking around. But that is the point. So in these days like this, especially when they're fast, you want to stick with a sell by sell. Even though my strategy can be a dump and pump, and I can just try to take 1 or 2 of those trades. Generally speaking, the third one I'm not trying to sell. Because what if I was trying to take another trade from here and sell it, for example? Look how we came back and take them. So am I going to try to catch these for a sell? You could. If you're really gung ho and you know what you're doing, you can see the price action here. If you take a really look at it closely, you can see how we get these candles that break through this low, and then boom, retraces right back in to an imbalance, and it sells off again. That's basic price action. If you know, because generally you want to just see it go up. Even if it gets pullbacks, that's fine. But you would have wanted it to see it go a little bit higher before a pullback, right? If it's a buy, sell, buy, where it dumps and then buy, sell, buy, right? So it keeps going up, right? So, but we know I personally know the options of what it can and cannot do. That's why sticking to the 1, 2, 3 moves. If you look at the real moves, I mean, again, move 1, move up 2. Does 2 keep going, or does 2 stop and then 3 continues? That's what it did. Move 4 here, right? In that leg, and then we're fucking around, right? But I don't care what day of the year, there will always be 1 to 4 moves. There will always be 1 move and 2 minimum every single day. We know there's minimum guaranteed 1. The second one is generally the case. If it's just 1, it's because it's a real birdie or sinker day where it's just like literally small price action coming down like this, and then, it just stops, right? So that's what I mean by if it's just 1 move. But most of the days and every day of trading is going to be ranging in general speaking, right? But doesn't just go in a straight line. But the point is that I hope this all makes sense. Trying to make this video short, and you're also inside. Oh, and what do you think I was doing when I was coming up here? The same trade as yesterday, trying to get to this breakout area. Oh, look where we went to. We went to it, right? So, let me see. I mean, you can see my chart, man. I mean, look at that right there. I mean, that, no one's got this on their chart right now. I guarantee it. But what was I going to say? And the real case is that, you're looking to get this liquidity, but this guy right here, it does snag that guy right there. Not that guy. I'm sorry. This guy. These 2 fucking guys right here. See these guys right here? Why is it doing that? See these 2 guys right here? To the tick, tags it, and then that's what this buy is. They don't know that first imbalance of the month of July is right there. So this is going to be also the first imbalance of August here. So we're going to change this color, and you should change it. You should put it on the continuous contracts too. I'm going to do that. I keep forgetting to do it, but put the major ones on there because when this contract's gone, I'm going to lose them. So you want to do that, but let's just do this 40 something. We'll just do it like that. Okay, so yeah, beautiful. Look at this. Look at this chart. Um, okay, so yeah, obviously you also have an opening range gap that's very possible that because it's so weak and it's blood dripping hard and everybody sees that blood, they're going to keep that empty there. So it's an inefficiency. I'm assuming when we move up, we're going to probably come up here. Where we're going to go from here should be interesting. Do they want to attack this weekly imbalance or not? Is really the question. I think they will. This price action doesn't look really strong, but it is the end of the day and the week, so we'll see. Going to the week or going to the month, and then now you'll see the difference when I showed you about that was that example on the monthly chart. Remember? Talked about opening and then coming down into here. That's what we did. So let me look at the higher. I didn't even do this other analysis, but if you're looking at July, August, so August has already dropped. Again, it's going to be very weird structure here. Where do I see us going from here? Well, I'm going to delete this. That was a nice play. But what is this, the 1 hour? Yeah. I can't really do that right now. It's going to be very difficult, but excuse me, if I was to give an example, well, we already did come down. So, does it want to, does it want to come down again and then start doing this shit? Okay. Where then it comes down again, like to here or to lower. I don't know. Let's just say, it's not the 15-year, and we do something like that, right? And then we go back up. So if it's the 15-year, it'll do something like this. It'll come like this. It'll do this, kind of come down. We have a lot of time ahead of us though, so we'll see how that goes. But this is pretty accurate on the 15-year and the 30-year. The 30-year and the 5-year are pretty much going up. Again, I don't know if this is going to come in here or not. It could just buy from here. Okay. So, and now we're basing decisions off of the all-time highs. So they're trying to use that. Oh, that's support. We can't go lower than that. And then they're trying to say, Trump's trying to say that Powell is wrong for not changing the rates and this and that. So they use that as an excuse to come down. And he's saying it while it's down here. We already know. What is that? Well, we already made an all-time high and we have liquidity and they're retracing back. That's it. That's like that. You didn't need fundamental news. That's all excuse about what they're talking about. They're full of shit. So, nice excuse to put that out there and accomplish this. Otherwise, it would have no business doing that, right? If things are supposed to just keep going great, right? So, yeah, fuck their fundamental news. The only fundamental news is they're full of shit to use this type of exchange of hands here to then just come back down for a retracement. So, we got a good push down for September already. So, again, we do expect to close higher than last month's high, and the 15-year is like at the same level, so it could just fuck around in August. That's why we're not excited to trade it. Otherwise, if it's going to be like the 30-year or the 5-year, we're expecting to, after doing all this hoopla down here, coming back up and actually closing higher than the high of July. So lot to talk about, man. A lot to talk about. So, and then as you can see, dollar's coming down hard too. Not really helpful in the understanding, but that's okay. They're just trying to wipe out easy buyers here too. But dollar, that response right there is not looking good for dollar. That's for sure. Closed right past that imbalance. So we'll see here. I think dollar's going to sink. Maybe October seasonality, it'll push up, but right now it just doesn't look good. And then and this wasn't really being used here. Let's see here. They took that out. They took that out, and yeah. See how we came at 840, and we did that little raid, but that was beautiful on the 1 minute. Just beautiful right there. See this pattern right here. See how it comes aggressively and closes, dips right in. That was beautiful, beautiful. So nice dump pump, all you needed for the day. Let's look at the rest, and then look at Dow. They decided to come in and get into this breakout area I talked about right here. I've been talking about this area. If they wanted to flush, we came into the range. Yeah, we're bullish, but at the same time, this is very likely for them to rush for this breakout area. I mean, look at that. This high. Look to the right. They grabbed it. So we expect it to kind of now mosey on up in a way. So and that's that. So they just wiped all that out. And S&P even went super hard. And to get what? The patch of, this is a sell model. So the liquidity below, forget this breakout. They're looking even more of over here, which is the all-time high. Yeah, they're also sweeping that liquidity who pushed above, right? So that's it. You got people pushing their stop loss here. Got to get them out. All basic logic. And they tagged that motherfucker right there. So let's see what else. What else? Pretty basic though. Pretty nice actually. But man, to be honest, I feel like we're getting in the start of some very rough price action. Because to be honest, like I said yesterday, this was really easy. It really was. So keeping it basic though, and let's see where we go from here. So, and I'm also looking at this like the August 15th situation, where if you recall this shit right here, see this August 15th. So like this is July, we ended. August starts. Look at this. This is a good seasonality situation. August started right here, sank just like this. Second and third, we came right back in. They flushed for what? This is a breakout area too. So this is very similar. Taking liquidity, they stopped, and then we went up for the rest of the year, right? So it'd be nice to see something in this understanding where, okay, we came down. Is it deep? No, it'll probably gap down. It'll probably gap down on Monday, and then rush for all this shit. You can see this projection here, 101.5. We're playing around. We have plenty of room to come down here also, right, and seal that weekly imbalance and get into that monthly as well. There's a monthly there too, but maybe my examples that I gave, maybe even reach down here. I don't know, obviously. You can feel when there's going to be a gap, a direction. When we were up here, we kind of knew that when we were traveling up in this leg, we were knowing that, we're getting gaps up and shit like that. So we'll never know where the Monday price going to open, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did an August 5th type of situation, which was this candle right here. August 5th, right there. See that? So, and with the gap too and all that, and boom, happens in the middle of the night, and then fucking rolls back up. But this looks really suspect here. You do have a gap here, so it would have to be some extreme price action and aggression, and it looks like it could be the start of it. But just keep it as simple as that. I don't even know what else I could say. But yeah, I think I know I've said a good amount, and then Nvidia, that breakout area there, we moseyed up and we came back in, right? And they're just trying to swipe out that liquidity. There's a little sell model there, grabbing those guys there. So yeah, I mean we moved a pretty good, decent amount. So we'll see. We'll see if we want to bounce up just a little bit and then sell off again. I don't know. I think it's too weak. It's not that it's weak here, but they gotta pull back. They want to get more motherfuckers in and all this bullshit. I think the price will stay low. Obviously, the price is gonna stay low. The price is still here, so gapping up like that, I don't really see that. But grabbing these guys seems very logical. And then we're just playing in here. So come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I wasn't even gonna make this video. I really wasn't, but it was just too good not to. So, and yeah, I got my levels to down here already. So, see these guys right here? You might want to gap down and hunt that right there. See these guys right here? This breakout area right here? Who knows? But it would be definitely probably 50% maybe of this weak gap. Oh, well, I have that already there. Oh, and then remember I talked about this daily imbalance right here? The little line right here, the little blue one. And I shrinked it to show you what was left and not sealed. This quad right here. This quad is where that daily imbalance bullish one would be blue. But this is what's left. I made it small like that, so we came to it. So 50% here is a daily imbalance because I shrinked it here. And then you can see it over here holding. Pretty much bodies at the 50% a little bit. But yeah, other than that, yeah, man, just fire. I don't know what else I could say. I mean, just nice call. So obviously I've been having nice calls for a while and saying it the day before, so pretty good. But what else? You guys take care. God bless.